Hi everybody, I'm Jim Van Dyke, CEO of Breach Clarity. We're the people that analyze every consumer's unique data breach history in order to prescribe personalized protective actions that curtail the risk of identity theft and fraud in all of its forms. I want to talk for a moment about the Veterans Administration breach that exposed the private data of 46,000 current or former military personnel. You know, we all have a soft spot for people that have served their country or been in a position of service, then as a result of being affiliated with a particular group that had a breach, they're now at increased risk of fraud. So, this was covered in a lot of places, this particular breach, like the Federal News Network, CNN did a good write-up on it, as did Security Magazine. And when we think about this breach, and when I type the name veterans on our website, breachclarity.com, just the word veterans, what I instantly found was what I was concerned about, and it's not being covered anywhere so far in any of the news stories I've read. And that is that the solution and the advice that's being given to victims is to take advantage of free credit monitoring. And there's some value there, no doubt about it, but you may not be aware that less than 25% of all annual U.S. identity theft and fraud losses involve new credit accounts. So this kind of solution is not enough to protect people from the risk because they now face as a result of this specific breach. So for example, when I went to Breach Clarity and typed in the name veterans, what I got is for the number 1 and 2 risks were, well, 1, credit account establishment. So that's good, that solution helps. But there's this other area that it doesn't really do anything at all to help with. And that's where I'm concerned about the false sense of security for these 46,000 people. So the risk is in what's called ATO in banking industry parlance, which stands for account takeover. And that's when a criminal having something like the social security numbers or other data that were exposed in this breach can convince a bank employee or perhaps their digital systems that they are the real McCoy, this individual who is the victim of the breach, and then go on to transfer funds out, do fraudulent bill payments, who knows what. And again, the problem is people are given a limited solution, and my concern is they think they're safe when they're really not. So what we need to do is get the word out that the risks are actually multifaceted. They're beyond the establishment of just new credit accounts, and that people need to take extra steps beyond just taking advantage of credit monitoring in order to protect themselves from costly identity theft and fraud risks such as ATO or account takeover. I hope this helps. This is Jim Van Dyke from Breach Clarity. Be safe.